Okay, so this is number 59 in your book on page 92. So this is the Venn diagram that you should see. And it says use a Venn diagram to show, well, the, the Venn diagram shown to solve the following exercises. So just notice, again, you have three regions, right? You have A, you have B, and you have C, right? And you have the intersection between A, B, and C, right? You have this other region, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 is everything that's outside of the union of A, B, and C. So let's answer some questions. So number 59 has three parts. And part A says, which regions, or abbreviate, represent A union B, and then you union it with C. Okay, so let me just write this a little bit nicer. Okay, so A. Okay, so if we look at this set, again, we just do it in parts, and you can write them out, or, I mean, you don't have to, but I would start with, let's see, let's do pink. So what does this mean right here? That means what's in common to both A and B? What is the intersection of A and B? And if we look at, right, this is set A and set B, right? The intersection, right, is this piece right here. And so that intersection, I mean, we have Roman numeral 2 and 5. So I know that this set is really 2 and 5. And let me just get my white. Okay, so we have union. Well, if we union it with set C, again, what's set C? So we have right now 2 and 5. We have this piece. And if you union it, again, you're just adding this C, right, without repeating. And notice that that 5 is in C and A intersection B. So, I mean, this is going to be the repeated one that we don't need to write. So, again, it's this piece, right, or really that piece, plus everything in here. And everything in there looks like, well, we have 5, but we don't want to repeat it. We have 4, we have 6, and we have 7. Okay, so if we union, right, if we union these guys, well, that's just 2 and 5, and then we can, again, just write, write what we need. Well, do I have a 4 here? No, well, 2 and 5, so we can add the rest. So we have 4, 5, and 7, right? We put that all together. So 2, and again, the order doesn't matter. If you want to write it in order, that's okay. But if, well, might as well write it in order. So 2 is first. Okay, so that's done. 3, we don't have 3. The next one's 4. So here's 4. 5, here's 5. 6 and 7. Okay, so that is what our problem is asking. That equals that set. And let me just move up. And again, I just want, I want you to write the sets down, but again, I want you to understand. So we found the intersection first, which again has 2 elements, but then we're adding whatever is in here. And again, that 5 is already in what you have in the intersection. So again, we don't want to repeat that. Okay, let's move on to, to part B. And part B is which regions Okay, so which regions represent A union C, and then we're going to intersect that with B union C. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Again, let's find, and let me make sure I wrote that correctly. Yes, let's find this guy, right? Maybe I'll make that a different color, and then let's find the union of that. So A union C, so if we look at our diagram above, A union C, okay, here's A, right? It has all these elements, and here's C, right? Has all these elements, right? And they have these two elements in common. Well, yeah, these two elements in common, which again, we don't want to repeat. So A union C is all, I mean, if you would color this in, it would be all this, you know, you would shade in A and C circles. But let's go ahead and write the elements since these are finite sets. Okay, so let's see, I just want to make sure I can fit this in. Let me write it in. Okay, so my A union C is going to be 1, 2. So I'm writing set A first. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, that's set A. Now if I union it with C, well, what's set C? Again, here's set C, and it has 4 and 5, but I already wrote 4 and 5, so I don't have to repeat it. So I have 6 and 7. So I'll write in white maybe 6 and 7. Okay, that's what the first set is. Now let's write the second set, B union C. And let's see, I kind of want to make this, just so I think this is A union C. Okay, that's what A union C is right there. B union C, B union C. Okay, we list the elements of B. What are the elements of B? The elements of B, right, everything inside of B, so 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I go back down, and then I write 2, whoops, well, in Roman numerals. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm unioning it with C. So what is C? So let me make sure how. So B union C. And B, we already did B. So what's C? Well, I mean, it's right here. And again, look at that 4 and 5. We don't have to repeat it. So we're just adding 6 and 7. So 6 and 7 are right here. 6 and 7. Again, we're unioning these guys. Okay, so here is that first guy here, right? And then my B union C, right? That's this guy, or all of this. So the next step, right, is we want to find the intersection, right? What's in common to both? So we're intersecting A union C and B union C. Let me go back to white. And what's in common? Oops, let me make this smaller. And again, I want you to write this, okay? This notation is important. I don't want you to just write the set. I want you to write the actual set notation with the intersection and union symbols. So what's in common? And it looks like what's in common. Oh, sorry, my alarm's going off. Okay. Let's see. 1, no, 2 is in common. What else? 4 is in common. No 5s. Oh, yes, there is a 5. 5 is in common. 6 and 7. So 6 and 7, right? 6 is right there, 7 is right there. And that's it for A and B. And part C says, based on parts A and B, what can you conclude? Okay, what's your conclusion? Well, I mean, what do we have? Okay, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. What was our set from part A? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're exactly the same. So this is a special set. So in other words, part A is equal to part B. So A union B union C is equal to A union C intersected with B union C, right? This was part A, and this was part B. Okay, I'm going to stop there because that was 11 minutes, but I did want to really explain this one because this is going to prepare you for 2-5. So hopefully that makes sense. A lot of colors, so hopefully it's a lot of fun.